Across Minnesota this year, 51 people have died in car crashes with alcohol involved in at least 7 of those. With that in mind, the Minnesota State Patrol is reminding people to celebrate St. Patrick's Day safely. While the holiday is technically this Monday, they expect people will be partying this weekend, and so they'll have extra patrols out on the roads from now through the holiday. State Patrol leaders advise you to plan a sober ride before you need it.
A night out isn't worth ruining by injuring someone or possibly killing somebody or going to jail, being arrested, having a significant amount of fines, possibly losing your license. Please think ahead and drive safely.
They also encourage you to call 911 if you see a suspected drunk driver out on the roads this weekend. In each of the past 2 years, the Minnesota State Patrol has arrested about 430 people over St. Patrick's Day weekend. There have also been 10 fatal crashes on St. Patrick's Day in the last 5 years.